Hi, I'm Carey Martell. I'm one of the co-founders of Power Palace Gym here in Newburgh. In this video, I'd like to talk about why you might want to come to our gym versus another, like a Planet Fitness, another commercial gym. Why you want to come here instead. And the reasons actually are pretty straightforward. Big commercial gyms often don't have a lot of the specialty equipment that a smaller independent gym, such as Power Palace, has. But more importantly, even specific gyms like Planet Fitness, they have even less than other commercial gyms do. So one of the reasons you really want to come here is because we have a full range of fitness equipment for developing the physique, weight loss, for really being able to do a complete workout that a gym like Planet Fitness just doesn't have. And the best example to really illustrate this is when you compare about just basic equipment like having bench presses and squat racks, which Planet Fitness does not have. What they have instead are Smith machines. We actually have a Smith machine here at our gym, and I can use that Smith machine to demonstrate to you why you really don't want to be using a Smith machine instead of an actual bench press or a squat rack. So this is a standard bench press. You have your barbell, usually a power bar, and of course you have the rack and a bench. It's flat, therefore it's the flat bench press. There's other variations like an incline, decline, but the basic principle is the same. You lay back on it, you pull the rack off and forward over your chest area, and then you push it down to your chest, and then you push out, okay? And what you may notice, hopefully you're catching it on the angle of the video there, I'm actually pushing at an angle. I'm not pushing straight up. If I push straight up, I would hit the rack itself. You're actually pushing away. And the reason you push away is because that's more in line with the chest muscles that you're working to activate. Going straight up doesn't actually activate those muscles very well at all. Now let's look at the Smith machine. This is the Smith machine that we have here at Power Palace. And it's one of the older models, but it's the same as what you'd find in a Planet Fitness, really, in terms of its basic design principles. What a lot of people like about the Smith machines is that it's a barbell that's attached to a guiding rod. It has these little hooks here so that you can easily adjust it and spot yourself. There's very little danger of ever getting crushed by the thing, because if you ever get stuck, you just move it forward, run onto these latches, and it's very secure. The problem with the Smith machine is that it goes straight up and straight down, which doesn't match almost any movement other than maybe military press. The closest it would match is military press. But even for military press, you still want somewhat of a curve, because the reality is that this is a joint, okay? And it's a joint where you pivot like this. And so when you're pivoting with these muscles in this arm, there's a curvature to it. So you can't bench press properly with it. You can't really military press properly with it. And when you squat, when you're sitting on a squat bench, and I'll demonstrate here in the video B-roll footage, when you're squatting, there's a curvature to the movement. There really is. And you can't do that with a Smith machine. So when you use only Smith machines that have something more like Planet Fitness, yeah, sure, it's real safe, but it doesn't match the way that you actually need to do these exercises. Now, there are specialized versions of a Smith machine called a Rotary Smith machine. I don't have one of those, neither does Planet Fitness. And with those, it's possible to match the curvature that you're supposed to go with these movements. But you're still on a guiding rod, and because you're on a guiding rod, it does take away a lot of the stressors around certain muscles that are used to stabilize movements. So can you get a big chest using a Rotary Smith machine? Sure, but there's definitely going to be certain supporting muscles to stabilize movements that are just not getting a workout at all. The only way to work those stabilizer muscles are to specifically use free weights. You have to use dumbbells. You have to use barbells. You can't use a Smith machine to do it. You also can't use a regular machine. Even these chain-driven Deadlift machines that we have here at Power Palace Gym, you can't do stabilizer muscles. using these machines because they're specifically designed to take away stress from your joints. That is the specific purpose of these machines, and focus on very large muscle groups. But you can't hit stabilizer muscles, because stabilizer muscles are those muscles that let you keep your joints fixed in a specific location. That's what stabilizer muscles do. And to strengthen those, you have to do free weights. You just have to, which is why Power Palace Gym and pretty much every other bodybuilding gym and powerlifting gym on this planet has a mixture of free weights and machines. So going straight up and down with the rod supporting it, taking the weight off of the stabilizer muscles that you use to keep your joints locked into a certain position as you are moving through the exercise, it's just a weaker exercise, and you just don't work those stabilizer muscles. Another thing that you can't do at a lot of these commercial gyms, especially Planet Fitness, is a deadlift. They don't allow you to do deadlifts. I mean, first off, they don't have barbells, okay? Secondly, they don't have a dedicated space and flooring so that you can do deadlifts. And third, even if they did have the equipment to do a deadlift, they wouldn't let you do a deadlift there. Same reason they don't want you to do bench presses there, right? They don't want you to do serious exercises there. They want you to pay a small nominal fee and get discouraged when you don't see results within a certain amount of time, and then forget about your membership. Or if you sign up and you want to cancel, they want you to jump through all these different hoops to cancel, and they make it very challenging to do it because they're not really selling genuine fitness. They're selling, they're selling the idea of fitness, really, in my personal opinion. So deadlift, right? One of the big three exercises: bench press, squats, deadlifts. You have to do these three exercises if you really want to see some type of muscle definition. You just have to, okay? So pretty simple how to do it. You stand in front of the bar like so. Okay, I currently have it on deadlift jacks. I don't have any plates on it, but the premise is the same, right? You pick it up, you pull it straight up and pull your back straight, and then you put it down, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, and you do it a couple times, or you can do your maxes and do it one time. I like to do it not doing my max and doing it several times because I'm trying to be easier on my joints. I'm older, I have injuries, but nonetheless, that's the basics of the exercise, and it works your core, it works your legs, works the back area here, and it works the shoulders a bit too as well. So it's one of the big three, and if you're not doing it, you're just not going to be spending as much time in the gym valuably in a way that's going to see results as you really should be able to. If you spend the same amount of time doing whatever in Planet Fitness, and you took that same time and you did bench press, deadlift, and squats on real equipment, you would see much better results. We also have other specialized equipment that you're not going to find at your Planet Fitness. We have squat belts here, which can be used for far more than just squat belts. We have a trap hex bar here, really focus on those traps. Crash pads and bars that you can do Olympic lifts with. In this case, we have a Rogue hybrid bar here that you can use for powerlifting and for powerlifting, Olympic lifts, clean jerks, all that noise. Specialized bars. This case is a safety squat bar. This is a Bella bar. It is a bar specifically for women, and it's a power bar and Olympic bar. It's a hybrid bar, is what it is. Duffalo bar over here, and all types of other stuff. We got just way more stuff, really specialized equipment that you're just not going to find at your usual Planet Fitness. I mean, they have hammer strength equipment often, but do they have the right hammer strength equipment? Okay, this is a base jammer. This is a very excellent piece of equipment for contact sports. If you play football, if you're a wrestler, base jammers. Used by pretty much every professional sports team in the United States and elsewhere around the world. And you're just not going to find this at Planet Fitness, guys, okay? Another piece of equipment that you're just never going to see in any commercial gym, at least these days, is a pullover machine. In this case, I'm using, we're offering the next generation Deadlifts machine made back in the early 80s, I believe this machine was. It's basically a squat for your upper body. It works all of the major muscles of the upper body. Everything in red, that's what it works, okay? This is considered to be like one of the best pieces of fitness equipment that's ever been made, often imitated but never replicated. You only find these things at independent gyms. That's just the truth of it, unless you're talking about, you know, the big bodybuilding gyms that are still under the Powerhouse brand. Of course, we also have a full dumbbell rack, okay, 5 up to 125 pounds, with room on our bench here for up to 150, which we will eventually get to. We've got a bend over row station here. You can do T-bars on it, bend over rows on it, multiple grips. Okay, we've got several preacher curls here. Got a Rogue fat pad bench. You're probably not going to find that at your Planet Fitness either. This is an excellent piece of equipment, especially if you're doing dumbbell presses. It helps support the shoulder joints much better than any other flat bench I've ever used. You can also use it for bench presses and other things as well. Incline, decline, flat benches, actual real benches that you can use. We've got specialty bars here, different grip bars. Again, just not going to find this at Planet Fitness, right? What they'll have is something like this, which we do have. You know, there's valuable uses for this, even as part of a professional bodybuilder's routine. There's definitely use for these. But doing your bench on this exclusively is not going to work your stabilizers. It's just not going to do it. And you're not going to have as much functional strength as you really want to have. More importantly, if you're really wanting to compete for like physique, you want to have a very bodybuilder physique, you can't do it exclusively using this machine. You have to have some free weights mixed in there. You just have to. Here we have a lat pull down, and there's some Planet Fitnesses that do have these, but do they have the multiple attachments like this? A lot of them don't. A lot of them do not have multiple types of attachments for their lat pull down. They may have attachments for their cable crossovers, okay? But usually it's something just like a rope and some common handles. We have a lot of different specialized handles for ours, even ankle weights. So you can do some kickbacks and stuff on this if you want. But then we also have over in the corner here in our lower leg section, a dedicated glute kickback machine for working your butt. Another piece of equipment that I feel pretty confident to say you're never going to find in a Planet Fitness is a neck machine. In this case, a 4-way neck machine. And this will really give you a nice yoked neck if you use it at the end of all your workouts, like I like to do. This will get you really, really yoked, guys. Okay, you're gonna look jacked and swole. Now, I have used Planet Fitness gyms for a couple years. Okay, I usually used them when I was traveling to other states, especially if I was going to a convention or something for work. So, and there are some decent equipment that's in Planet Fitnesses, right? Some pros is that they almost all use Hammer Strength machines, and Hammer Strength is a good brand. Okay, a lot of Hammer Strength machines use many of the same design principles as the old Nautilus machines, like I have here in my gym. But like I said, you have to have some free weight stuff if you want to work those stabilizer muscles and have a real functional strength. It's really hard to build that purely using machines. It's tough. And probably not even possible, to be honest. You want to have some free weights, okay? So all I gotta say is, if you're looking to develop bodybuilder physique, if you're looking for the sport of powerlifting, you have to come to an independent gym like what we have here. You can't get it from a lot of these chain gyms, right? It's just one of the reasons why you'd want to come here. The other reason, might become you want to support independently local owners versus some big corporation that owns a shopping plaza. Just an idea, Anywho, hope that you guys found this video to be informative, and hope to see you down at our gym. Thanks.